Hey bud, how are you? Yesterday I was talking to some of my folks in office, and all they were talking about is how AI is going to take our job. And while that may not seem surprising, but I do have certain opinions on how we can actually make ourselves secure when it's come to AI taking our job. And don't get me wrong, like I am not saying that I am not fearful of AI taking my job. I'm just saying that I have certain tips that I am implementing on myself, and I think you or maybe like no one, if no one watches, no one cares, right? But if anyone who might think that they are unsure about AI taking their job, they might apply it to themselves, and maybe you know what? Maybe like how I am able to actually calm myself down in this economy, maybe you might be able to. Like I said, it's not a great hook or promise, but I do feel genuinely from the bottom of my heart that these tips will not only make you job secure, though they won't, but they will certainly give you the level of confidence which you need, even if you, in ever worst case scenario, attempt to bounce back, you will do it. So, without further ado, let's get started. I hope it was a great hook. I know as per YouTube gurus is what not. It was not. But anyway, I genuinely hope it was. But before anything, this is a disclaimer that these are not going to be a typical learn this to learn that tool type of advices. If you want to get that type of advice, please feel free to leave this video. It won't be of any value to you. But the tips I'm going to give you is something which I'm been implementing on myself, and I think they are not only for your job, but they actually, once implemented, make you a better person. And how can I say it with confidence? I've been trying to implement those on myself, and for past couple of years, I think I have been seeing some improvement. Heck yeah, like this video is one of those. I don't know, like one of those tip implementations. So that's how I got my courage to create this video. But anyways, that was enough of rambling. You got the premise, right? So let's get started. The first one is going to be start working out more. Yep. If you start working out, you will have much more confidence, you will be stress free, and then you will have much better productivity and hence job security. It wasn't that great, right? But yeah, even if you don't find that logic really good, but what I can tell you is that if you start working out more, and by start working out, I don't mean that go to gym. Like you can start playing some sort of sport, or you can just go on a jog. Like anything which is related to physical activity, I think it's great, not only for your job, I think it has nothing to do with your job, but it has everything to do with your body. And if you have great body and if you have subsequently great mind, which we'll cover in later points, I think you can achieve anything. And like it's not about job. Like if you can achieve anything, you can pretty much secure your job. That's the point, right? So that's first point. Second is stop using AI. You know, it's such a contradiction when AI is making ourselves so productive in our day job. It's also making us dumb in quotation, because we are so much reliant on AI. So if you want to be less reliant on AI for a brief period of time, in some sort of regular fashion, you can just shut off your AI and do your work the old-fashioned way. Example being like what I do is in twice or thrice a week, I actually shut my AI or LSP or whatever it is. Like I shut it down completely and start coding by hand the old-fashioned way. And this give me a sense of confidence that hey, I still have those skills whatever I have acquired during the past year still with me. Now, those skills being as much as relevant they are, that's another topic and for another video. But if you feel like that your hard-earned skills are slipping, you might as well stop using AI for a certain amount of time. Now, that could be a single thing in a week, maybe like couple of hours in a week. If you don't find it really comfortable and you don't have that much time, you could do it like bi-weekly, like couple of hours bi-weekly, not bi-weekly, bi-monthly, I meant, sorry, my apologies. And then if not, like you could do it once a month, like couple of hours a month, anyway, whatever you find. As it's not even related to coding, you could just start going on reading some news, not newspaper, research paper, or you could read something else, like whatever interests you, just do it the old fashioned way. The third one is going to be, and it's really hard for me to say that, stop being so invisible. I'm not sure about you, but I myself, as a developer, as a software engineer, the person who is in this industry, I'm very much invisible. And I think, I don't want to say it, but I think a lot of people are, right? We just don't understand that how much having a personal brand can impact your job thing, right? So I don't want to even go into the logic of having such a good personal brand that companies will try to always and always have you, and if they ever lay you off, not lay you off, but lay anyone off, another company will always, quickly employ you because you have such a good personal brand. So I think that is a very redundant logic, but at the same time, it's such a simple logic, it's almost true. So, and that's why you started this YouTube channel. I feel like I'm very much invisible. So what do you do when you're invisible? You start creating YouTube videos. No, I think YouTube is the least better way to actually get. What is least better? I mean, YouTube is the worst way to actually, make yourself visible. But if you're smarter than me, then you should probably actually doing something a little bit more efficient to be always visible. Like you can start posting on LinkedIn, you can start writing some blog. Heck yeah, you could go to conferences. If possible, you could should give some talks. If you have patent, if you have some idea, maybe try to patent them. If I don't know, like I can get more example. I'm just dumb enough, right? So, anyways, so anything and everything you can do to actually make yourself more visible and have a better personal brand, please do it, right? LinkedIn is a great platform to get started, or writing blog is a great thing to get started. But you know, sky is the limit. Do whatever you want to actually be more visible. And if you want to start creating YouTube videos, why not? Like if person like this can create it, why can you not? It was such a hard topic to say. Yeah, anyway, the fourth one is going to be something related to personal brand is networking. I know a lot of us don't actually want to network a lot because you know what? It's easier. It's easier to stay in your comfort zone when you don't have to talk to people, when you don't have to go out of your way to meet new people, which can give you future opportunities. So, and by networking, I don't mean just that sending a request on LinkedIn for connection, right? Networking means actually having a person who you can ask an opportunity from, and you are sure that once you have provided them enough value, they will give you the opportunity. So, networking, I think, is the by far the most important thing that we can have as a employee because it won't save you from a job, but certainly it will get you a better job. Or if in worst case scenario, if you ever have to bounce back, networking is the thing which you can always rely on. And by networking, you have unlimited opportunities. If you don't want to get employed, you can do freelancing. You can start startup if you have that level of networking. But you get the point, right? Having a better network is always and always the better option and having no network. Fourth is, no, I think it was the fifth. It is going to be fifth point, right? The fifth point is, and it's going to be a little bit more cringe, but I'm going to take it from every self-help book that always believe in yourself. Not everything start with you writing, your to-do list or just grinding and grinding to have a better skill set. Sometimes the things come from your mind, right? I think having a great mindset and how having always a positive mindset, and even better having a hardened mindset of the fact that life will throw you curveballs and you can deal with it is the best mentality to have. And if you ever want to take anything out of this video, I think it is the single most point you should take, that you can achieve anything and everything if you have the correct mentality. And I think that's it. That's it. That's what I want to talk about. Now I know this was a relatively boring video. Like I gave the advice which was pretty much you might have heard of. Like I didn't give you anything new, but I just wanted to, from my side, provide you something which not only benefited me might benefit you as well. Like, who knows? I'm not an expert, right? I just want to talk about something which helped me, and that those were the five things which helped me, and they didn't help me as per get save my network, not network job. It saved my job security. It helped me actually become a much better person. And some of you might be young, and you will feel in few years realize that yes, job is very much important. But sometimes, life is not all about job, and even if you are scared, even if you have responsibility, you always have the strength to bounce back up, no matter how much hardship you have. Now, it's easy coming from a guy who is literally sitting in an air-conditioned room talking to a YouTube video, but don't take my example. Take people you admire. They have bounced back from this situation, which was way harder than any of us could have ever imagined. So, take the example and live by it. Anyways, I'm signing off. I mean, need to log off. See you there. Bye. The next time we are going to meet you, I'm going to talk in a better fashion so you don't get so much bored. That's my promise. See you later. Bye.